Can you speak in Japanese?
こんにちは。
こんにちは。
リンです。パタヤ最高。
Psycho?
最高。
Is that good?
Is good, yes.
Good. Pattaya Psycho.
Very good. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, guys, so what you saw is not some kind of pickup line magic. It's the kind of life you can build when you're really conscious about designing it the right way and putting yourself in an environment that respects who you are as a person. So I know a lot of you guys are going through what I went through in the States, right? You're in an environment where you're going on dates, you don't really feel like there's chemistry, feel like the women aren't really that interested in you. Maybe you're starting to think that you're ugly, boring, bad at dating. And you honestly might not be failing at dating because you're worthless. You might be failing because you're in an environment that drains your body. So you show up to the dates, you're in survival mode. You're kind of in massive scarcity. Like you show up to dates and you got rent stress on your mind. Maybe your boss pissed you off. Maybe something's going on in society that's weighing down on your mind. You got all this pressure that shows up with you when you're on the date. And women can see that. Women can see when you got something internal going on that is slowing down who you are as a person. They see that you got something that's blocking you, man. If you've been working all week, fighting traffic, fighting with your managers, fighting with your coworkers, fighting with your landlord, and you try to show up to the date on Friday night, it's not easy to just drop all that stress you're dealing with. It's gonna come through in your interactions with the ladies. So it's not always that you're unattractive, man. It might be that your nervous system, like your internal hard drive, has been cooked by America. So in the West, you might get the label on you of like, okay, you got a decent job, your body's all right, you're decently attractive. But underneath that label that society gives you, you're freaking exhausted, man. You're tired, you're almost fed up, you feel like you can't keep going. You're dealing with 50 to 60 work hours a week, man. Commute stress, society pressure, you gotta pay that dang rent and health insurance. By Friday night when you show up to the date, your mental bandwidth is almost fully drained, man. You're thinking about all this pressure you got going on. How am I gonna manage that? You might not even have the mental capacity to deal with the person in front of you. And women can sense that, man. They can sense when something's going on. They can sense this kind of weird energy you bring to the date when you're not fully satisfied with your life. They can sense that you're not the man you wanna be. So if you're a man who's in survival mode, you feel like you're very overwhelmed, that definitely repels women away from you, man. They can feel it on you. They can feel the desperation, the anxiety on you. By the way, if your dating life is dead because you're just covered in stress, you don't know how to get out of that financial hole, I recommend booking a call with me. I offer a free 15-minute Get Overseas strategy call. We can map out your plan to get overseas. I highly recommend English teaching. English teaching is the fastest way for us Americans to get overseas, making consistent income. I've been doing it for over 12 years. In the classroom and online. Right now I'm 100% online. And yeah, we can map out a plan to how you can get out of that environment and be in a better environment where you're not cooked, man. You got so much mental and freedom and space. So book a free call with me, click the link in the pinned comment description, and let's map out your plan, bro. So when you move to a different environment where you just have more energy, we call that energy arbitrage. Because for example, in America, you might be drained by society. You might be getting constantly slapped in the balls by life, but overseas you have more sunlight, more nature. A lot of guys feel an immediate increase in life satisfaction and happiness when they go over to foreign countries. So when you're not constantly stressed about rent, when you can get healthy food for a reasonable price, when you're in an environment that's filled with nature, it transforms you into a different person. Your internal hardwire gets reset. So for example, over here in Southeast Asia, you can live an extremely comfortable life for a relatively low price compared to what you would have to pay in the States for this kind of lifestyle. So I'm in Thailand right now, and so for example, I might wake up, do some exercise, teach a little bit, eat, read some books, work on some side projects. I'm a much healthier, more attractive person compared to the piece of crap that I was in America. Because basically when a woman looked at me in America, they were like, oh, who's this piece of garbage right here? Well, over here, I'm a completely different person, man. I've definitely leveled up in life. Now, that's not to say that moving overseas will completely change who you are, because if you insist on being a lazy, unmotivated person, that's also going to manifest overseas. I'm saying that when you're in this overseas environment, it's a lot easier to be a person who can get benefit from their discipline without needing to go on 100% monk mode, no women, all that other BS stuff that you got to do just to get ahead in America. The actions that you do take get amplified over here, and you see the benefits a lot faster. And a lot of guys, when they come overseas, they feel a physical transformation go on. Their posture gets better, their body language, the way they communicate, they're a lot more confident. They have a lot more abundance with women. They're not in desperation, scarcity mode like a lot of guys are in the States. And overseas in these foreign countries, women just aren't responding to your passport or your dollars, bro. They're responding to the whole package. So if you show up to the date and you're calm, relaxed, you're ambitious, you feel like the future is bright, that's going to manifest in how you communicate with the women, and you're probably going to see a lot more positive responses from women. And you can get those results without needing to memorize 47 different pickup lines and put on some kind of fake alpha male posture. You can be your genuine true self who's operating at a much higher level. So in America, you're trying to impress women from desperation mode, feeling overworked and stressed. Overseas, it's the complete opposite, man. They get attracted to you because they can feel your energy. They can feel the success that you emanate. You don't attract women by pretending to be abundant. You attract women by building a lifestyle that brings abundance to you. So if stress is destroying your dating life, what gets you into a different environment without you needing to gamble your entire life savings? I highly recommend English teaching. It's what I've been doing for the past 12 years. English teaching is amazing for putting you in a different environment. There are lots of overseas job options, like literally hundreds of thousands of job options, because English is the language of the world. It's what people want to learn. I've gotten amazing jobs that give me a lot of freedom to travel. I live an overseas lifestyle for over a decade. I feel massive abundance in my personal and professional life. And it can give you the baseline income to help you fund your lifestyle without needing to work very hard. So you can live a very comfortable overseas life without needing to go through the hustle grind culture that we got in America. So teaching, it lowers the financial panic, and it gives you enough money and free time to do things like go to the gym, develop your body, read lots of books, develop your mind, learn different languages. I speak multiple languages: Chinese, Thai, Russian, a little bit of Japanese. And it helps you rebuild your confidence so you can be the man that you always wanted to be. Now, English teaching isn't magic. It doesn't magically transform you into a guy who's the top 5%. But the point is, it puts you in a position where you can be that guy who's in the top 5%. So anyway, if you guys are interested in that, I offer a free 15-minute call. Go down to the pinned comment in the description. We can map out your overseas strategy plan. I also have a private membership on this YouTube channel called the Baht Bros Club. In the Baht Bros Club, I developed an area of guys who are really motivated to live this overseas lifestyle. I put a lot of content back there about making money overseas remotely, travel guides. I share a lot of information that I don't put publicly. I basically give you guys a lot of resources to where you can live this overseas lifestyle and live like a top guy, man, a top percentage guy. So hopefully you guys feel motivated to stop living in survival mode in the States, and I'll see you in the next video.